So now that we've gone through and we have determined what emotions can be indicated through different indicators, and we've went ahead and even determined what good body language looks like for different types of scenarios, let's go ahead and put this into context that you will experience as state officers. Specifically, we've been talking about facilitation a lot, so let's go ahead and look at it like that. When facilitating to student, your body language is absolutely paramount. It will determine how your students interact with you. It will determine how your students interact with your activity. And overall, it will determine what students take away from their time with you. Don't believe me? I'll go ahead and give you an example. If this entire time I was facilitating to you, I was kind of sitting back, leaning, arms out, kind of head on a chair, yawning every other sentence, what emotion would that indicate to you? That I'm bored. Exactly. And if I was bored, what kind of effect would that have on your perception of our activities? Exactly. That I'm not interested. And if I'm not interested, how can students be interested in the activities? When it comes to having the body language in the back of your head at all times, because you will need to, it is a hard thing to master. And the only way to master it is with time, through experiences. So we're going to go ahead and get some experience with it right now. We're actually going to get two birds because since we've been talking about facilitation a lot, we're going to facilitate to each other. I understand that you have a conference coming up, so you already have some curriculum that you have written. So we're going to facilitate to each other. It's going to be great. Here's what I want you to do. Actually, first, before I give the instructions for this, I really just want to say that this is your chance to really find your facilitation style. This is your chance to try something new, to figure out how you yourself facilitates, because that is the beautiful thing about facilitating, in my opinion, is just everybody is different. My facilitation style will be completely different from yours, and that is completely okay. There's no formula for this. And I'm just so excited to see how you all get creative with this. So when I say get to it, you're going to find your curriculum, you're going to pull it out, and you're going to find one activity to facilitate to the rest of us. And I mean completely facilitate. Set the context, give the directions, run the activity, and then process it out for us. I'll give you, let's go ahead and say 20 minutes to make that game plan, get your supplies, and just get ready to facilitate to the rest of us. And then we'll determine who goes first then. All right? Any questions? All right. Remember, pick your piece. You get 20 minutes to figure out how you're going to do it, and we'll get right through it. All right. Get to it. All right. So when facilitating, it's really hard. I was trying to find any way to try and check for understanding throughout the activity, but when facilitating, it's kind of hard. To nobody, it's kind of hard. But to answer the questions that we have, when looking to check for understanding for students, it's kind of difficult. But the way I love to do it, and an indicator of it, is how are students interacting with the activity? Do they seem confused? A lot of it comes, ironically, from body language. Do students appear confused? One way that I love to check for understanding is, are students asking questions? Because if they're asking questions, that shows to me as a facilitator that they want to understand it. So that is just one way to really check for understanding. And then you can do what you need to build that understanding. But another thing is just checking in with them. And checking in with them also helps you with the other question of building rapport. How do you build rapport with students throughout the activities? Well, the best way to do it is to interact with them. One way I love to do it is to actually dive into the activities myself. If I can, I will be participating, because it shows the students that I am confident about it and that I want to learn about it. So they also want to learn about it, and it builds that stronger connection. It makes them feel more comfortable to share with you later.